Hi everyone, my name is Arsen, and I'm a second-year computer science major here at Cal State East Bay. I'm also a international student from Kyrgyzstan, which is a pretty small country in Central Asia. I decided to choose East Bay mainly because of its location, which is really close to every internship opportunity for my major.
Hi everybody, my name is Dia. I am also an international student coming all the way from India. I am majoring in statistics with a concentration in data science. Today, Arsen and I are going to give you a tour of our campus from an international student's perspective. And we'll be starting with our East Bay letters, which are the signature of our campus. That's how I like to say it. They were built in 2013 after we destroyed a building called Warren Hall, and we did that because it was not earthquake safe. And we had a lot of residue left after that, so we did not want to pollute the environment. That is why we have our letters, which are donated to us by ASI. Stands for Associated Students Incorporated, and that is our student body government on campus.
Our first stop is going to be right behind me. It's called our SF building, also known as our student and faculty building. And on the first floor, we're going to have our welcome center. And our welcome center is going to be your general university questions, also our campus tours. Across that office, we're going to have our international admissions office. So any question regarding your admission as an international student is going to be there. Also some advising, yearly some credits evaluation. So all are going to be in one single office on its first floor. So our next stop is going to be the building right behind me, our SA building, also known as our Student Services Administration building. Its first floor is going to have your some of your most essential services. For example, it's going to have our cashier's office, where you can pay for your tuition, housing, or any other student services using cash or checks. Also, the other office on the first floor is going to be our Office of the Registrar, where you can request your partial or official transcripts. So our second floor is going to have an office called our payroll office, and if you're planning to get a job on campus, all of your paperwork, tax documents, some other help and assistance for the beginning part is going to be right in that office. The other office is going to be called our careers office. So if you're planning to get an internship or work in the US, that office is going to help you with your career, with your future job, internships, some referrals, connections with people in the industry. Our next stop is going to be the building behind me, our VBT building, also known as our Business and Technology Center. This is our most technologically advanced building on campus. It also has the biggest lecture hall on our campus. They can fit up to 250 people. Also, this building has a 24/7 stock market ticker on its first floor, and also it has 24/7 study atrium. So if you and your friends are having a group project or you want to study individually, you're welcome to our atrium 24/7.
Right behind me is our science building, which is home to all our science departments. A couple fun facts about this building are that it is divided between two halves, so the North Science Building and the South Science Building, and both of them are connected via a bridge, which makes it look like an H. And that looks like an H from the aerial view, which stands for Cal State Hayward, because we were Cal State Hayward before we got converted to Cal State East Bay. We have a 24-hour study atrium inside, which is the cave. So if you're a person who likes to study late at night, just come over here and you can always access the building using your student ID cards. We call them Bay cards at East Bay. We also have Manny the Mannequin for our nursing majors, and that is like just to give a lot of practical experience and hands-on learning to all our nursing majors. So it just does everything a human does.
And then right next to our science building, we're going to have our first and only dining spot at this part of our campus. It's going to be called our Einstein Bros and Bagels. And it's basically your breakfast essentials such as coffee, bagels, sandwiches, some salads, drinks. So right now we're at the top of our core building, which is our new university library. Its top is going to be the third floor. And except having a really useful study rooms, it's also going to have some really useful services for all of our students. For example, we're going to have our SCA office, which is our Student Center for Academic Achievement. So if you need any assistance with some of your classes, such as kinesiology, physics, math, or anything else, you're always welcome to that office. Also, the other thing that we have is going to be at the end of the third floor's hall, and it's going to be a little meditation room for all of our students.
So right now we're on the first floor of our core building, and we have our library learning commons right there, which is so useful, especially for people like me who are bad with technology. So if you don't have a laptop, or if your laptop is not working, you can get a free laptop rented out of here, and we have other equipment as well. So we also rent out photography instruments, videography instruments, projectors, calculators, and a lot of other things which you can check out at their website. And you don't have to pay anything for it. You just need to sign a contract which says that you promise you won't break it, but that's it.
Right behind me is going to be a great example of what kind of study rooms we have. Each study room is made usually for 5 to 12 people, and each of them is equipped with a TV which you can connect to using your phone or your laptop to connect to your Zoom meetings, to do your projects, anything like that. Except our 24 study rooms, we also going to have a lot of different areas for your studies. For example, the area right behind me is going to be our engagement area. The next building going to be right behind me is our recreational wellness center, which is pretty much our gym on our campus. And at first floor on the right side, it's going to have a small dining spot. It's going to be called our Jumbo Juice, where you can get your protein shakes, smoothies, juice, everything like that. Also, the first floor is mainly in the weights room where you can work out, while the second floor is mainly cardio machines like treadmills, step machines, and everything like that. So yeah. And then on the left side of this building, we're going to have 2 full-size basketball courts, which can convert into a volleyball court, futsal court, tennis court, badminton court, or pretty much anything you want. Also, all the equipment for any other sport here on campus is going to be free. All you need to do is just scan your student ID. Also, we're going to have 2 really useful studio rooms on the second floor, which you can rent out to some martial arts, yoga, meditation, or maybe some private session with your trainer or anything like that. Also, we're going to have a little massage chair room and also a nap room. So in between your classes, you can book any of those rooms and take a nap or just relax on the massage chair.
So right now I am standing at our bus stop / our shuttle stop. So the bus which you saw right now, that was our AC Transit bus number 60, which takes you all the way down to South Haywood, but it just costs around $2.15 for one ride. And then you can also get a daily pass, that's for $5, and you can have as many bus rides as you want. We also have our East-Bay shuttle. It takes you to Haywood Bat and Castro Valley Bat, and that is free of cost. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to show your student ID to the bus operator and you're good. You can get in the shuttle.
So now we're at housing, and right behind me is going to be our office for the housing. So basically, when you're just arriving here and you need to check in, maybe get your keys to your housing, to your apartment, everything's going to be right in this office. And also, every building behind me is going to be our actual housing, and our housing is not a typical dorm. It's going to be apartment style, so it's going to be really spacious and also gonna have a lot of really useful services. For example, we also have an Eldorado Hall. It's a place where you can play some pool, air hockey, or some other games with some of your friends. I personally live here and I generally enjoy this place.
So right now we're outside our dine-in commons, and that is the place where all the students who live on campus get their food at. You get to have a meal plan, especially if you're staying on campus. You need a meal plan to stay on campus. And then the food in there is really good. And the best part about it is that if you're allergic to something or if you have any other dietary restrictions, you can always let the head chef know and they would make the necessary changes.
And right next to our dining commons, we're also going to have our Marco Market, which is a small store where you can buy some snacks, drinks, and sometimes even food.
So right now we're outside our Mickeljohn Hall, which is also one of the oldest buildings we have on campus. It actually looks like a college building to me and matches my aesthetic. It is home to our communications and sociology department. We also have a communications lab in there, so if you are somebody who struggles with public speaking anxiety, or if you have a speech coming up, or if you have a presentation coming up and you're not as confident about it, you can always head over to their office and they can help you work on your speech.
So the next building is going to be right behind me. It's called our New University Union. It's going to have 2 dining spots here. First of one is going to be our Hall Bites of Chicago, where you can have some wraps like gyro, shawarma, and everything like that. The second spot is going to be Panda Express, where you can get some noodles, rice, chicken, everything like that. Second floor is going to have some really useful offices. For example, one of them is going to be Diversity and Inclusion Center. The other office on the second floor is going to be our Student Life and Leadership office. So basically, if you want to join a club on our campus, you can request a full list of all the clubs on our campus and join any of them. But if you don't like any of those clubs, you can also create your own club And this building is called our All University Union, and it's going to have even more options. So for example, the first one is going to be our Wild Blue, which is your sushi, pokeballs, some boba tea. The second one is going to be our Taco Bell Express. It's a typical Taco Bell, was just shortened menu, that's it. That's the only chain. And then the other spot is going to be our Fry Shack. And Fry Shack is going to be your cheeseburgers, fries, milkshakes. And here right behind me is going to be our micro market. As you can see, it's a small store where you can grab some snacks and drinks. And here we're going to have our arcade zone. So this is the pool where you can play pool, some air hockey, some board games as well. So it's a really fun area. A lot of our students use it. We have our game zone. It's a place where you and your friends can play games on different platforms. So basically, if you and your friends are bored and you want to play some games between your classes, you can come here. And here, right behind me, we're going to have our ASI office, which is our student government that was mentioned before. And if you have any complaints or recommendations about our campus, we can always talk to our ASI counselors.
So right now we're outside our Pioneer bookstore, and that is the place where you come to get your East Bay merch from, and that is another place you get your textbooks from. If you don't want to buy your textbooks, you can also rent them out for a semester because you won't need them after a semester. Something really nice about being at East Bay is that you're on a campus which is an Apple certified dealer. So if you ever want to get MacBooks or iPads, you can always head over to our Pioneer bookstore.
So this building right here is going to be our old university library. Some of the options that we have here is going to be Tech Lounge, which is pretty much IT services for all of our students, faculty, and staff. So if you have any issues with your online portals, student portals, take with your student IDs, and if something doesn't work, you're always welcome to this office and they will be able to solve your issues. Also, something else that we have here is going to be another dining spot, which is Starbucks. And Starbucks is some coffee, some sandwiches. So basically, your breakfast essentials here as well. The other office that we have here is going to be our accessibility services. It's pretty close to our tech lounge, but accessibility services is a very useful office in my opinion, because if you hurt yourself, the accessibility office is going to provide you with a note taker. If you need a special desk, they also provide a special desk, and it's all for free. The other thing that we have in this building is going to be on this basement floor, and it's called our UPD, our University Police Department. And all over our campus, we're going to have small blue call boxes that you can use to reach out to our UPD for some assistance. And they're really helpful. They offer free jump starts for all of your cars. So yeah, our UPD is great.
Right now, I'm outside one of the most essential buildings, especially for an international student, which is our Student Health Center. So we have board certified doctors and nurses in this building. You do not have to pay anything to see them. You just have to book your appointment. And we pay equal attention to mental and physical health. So we have board certified counselors as well.
The building behind me is going to be our PE building, also known as our physical education building, which is home for our kinesiology major. And if you're an athlete by any chance here at Cal City East Bay, a lot of your activities are going to be right in this building. And also some interesting facts is that here we're going to have 2 full-size basketball courts. We also have a full-size heated pool. And also we have a lot of teams here at East Bay. We have our basketball team, baseball team. We also have our golf team, tennis team, and many more. And all of those games are majorly hosted in here or on our Pioneer Stadium, which is in the back of this building.
Right behind me is our Arts and Education building. We also call it A&E, just as a short form. It is one of the oldest buildings on campus, and we have a lot of labs in there. We have our metals lab, ceramic lab, glass lab, and all those labs are pretty much free for students who are taking classes. We also have a 3D printing station in there, and you do not have to pay anything if you want to use it. This building also has a university art gallery right in the center of it. So we have monthly exhibitions over there for all our students, and a lot of times all the artifacts in that building are actually made by our students.
Now, welcome to this part of our campus. The first building that we're going to cover is going to be right here. It's called our music building. Music building is home for our music and speech pathology departments. Also, this building is known as the donut building because if you look at it from the upper perspective, you're going to see how it's empty in the center of it, and it's kind of a circular shape. So yeah, but the shape is made for better acoustics for all of our music majors here. But in my opinion, this building provides really cool services even if you're not a music major. So you can rent out music studio rooms if you want to record your songs, sing, or any other activity. Some people even rent them out before their midterms or finals because those rooms are soundproof so they can concentrate better. We also have music instrument rentals. So we have over 40 pianos, for example, and you can rent out any of them if you want to, and it's all free. It's all provided by our university, and I think it's a great opportunity to learn something new for all of our students.
So on the left hand side over here is our theater building, which is home to our theater department. I love performing arts. I don't have to major in theater. I can just go over there and audition for a play, and if I get in, I get in. And if you're too shy to be on stage, you can also do some volunteer work backstage, like costume designing, makeup, lighting, setting up the stage. They're always looking for volunteers, but it has been...
On the right-hand side, we're going to have our Robinson Hall. And Robinson Hall was called after one of our beloved professors on campus. And this building, the first floor is going to have a couple of classrooms, and the second floor is going to be a couple of offices. Majorly, those are professors' offices or major departments, like geography.
Right behind me is a place where you would see off East Bay, and that is where you get to your professional journey. So here is our amphitheater, and this is the place where we organize our graduation ceremony at. So we hope to see you there someday. But it has the capacity of around 7,000 people. It really looks small, but can actually hold up to 7,000 people at once. So that's nice. And then we also have our events going around in this amphitheater.
It's going to be the end of our tour. I hope you really enjoyed our tour. At least we tried our best. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much for joining. And we're back where we started. We hope you come here, and we hope we can help you someday. But until then, have a good one.